Listen, the fact that Deontay Wilder was heavyweight champion of the world for 5 years, doesn't matter who you're beating, he beat his mandatories. I've never in my life seen anybody who's the heavyweight champion of the world more disrespected than what I've seen Deontay Wilder disrespected over the past 8 months. Like, they're making it seem like Deontay Wilder is a nobody. The guy had such a high knockout percentage, 10 successful title defenses, beat the people who the sanctioning body put in front of him. What did you want him to do? But so many people have lost the first time in boxing. You can go back to Joe Louis in 1936 when he lost to Max Schmeling, comes back and defeats Max Schmeling and rectifies the loss. There have been cases. Tommy Morrison got blown off by Ray Mercer. 20 months later, comes back, beats George Foreman to become the heavyweight champion of the world. But I'm pissed off that people have disrespected Deontay Wilder. The people in the UK support UK fighters. Why is it that here in the United States, American fight fans would rather support a fighter from overseas instead of one of your own homegrown champions? This is crazy to me. Like, how do we not support our own fighters? It is ludicrous.
What is good, everybody? It is Malachi Ben Yosef, aka BC Left Hook from Danger Zone Boxing Talk. Tonight, we're going to come to you with the special edition, and it's going to be a non-boxing discussion. To the right of me is the man, the myth, the legend, Musically Miller. Goes by Baystar now. It's good to have you here. And just to give everybody a little backstory of why I asked Miller here to come on the show is I began following Miller on TikTok about 6-7 months ago. I think that's 4 accounts ago. Yeah. I began following him because I found his videos to be quite hilarious. He was playing clearly to me a satire role of a heel from WWE. I can't understand why anybody would get upset. However, he was the cause of much controversy. I'm gonna go ahead and let you introduce yourself, tell everybody where they can follow you on social media, and then we'll get into what transpired.
Sure. Sorry, it's inverted. So I'm pointing right here. That is my username on TikTok. Make sure to follow me there, so you can see exactly what he's talking about. You know, he is not wrong. At one point in time, I was the most hated man on TikTok, and that's all I really have to say for now.
I understand. So, like, as I said, I think this is like what, account number 4, because he's been banned. This is actually
the fifth.
Okay, the 5th. Now, not only is it your 5th account, you have a bunch of accounts that aren't even you that, for some reason, everyone believes to be you, and we'll get into it. So when after I first started following you, I think the first video that I really started following you from was the infamous where you were walking and you were telling that girl you shouldn't be tagging that loser, you should be tagging me.
It was that one. Yeah, I thought it was the "Don't Mock Me" video. That one went really viral. I've actually been noticed in public for that one.
I can understand. So, but then I went back to your content before that after I'd started following you, and I noticed that your content before that really wasn't in that manner. It was all of a sudden it just took a turn. What made you decide to go towards the heel role?
Well, one thing I noticed about TikTok is that if you don't have a gimmick, you're not going to survive. And I've always grown up watching WWE. I always wanted to be a heel. I didn't really care about people cheering for me, you know. And it kind of reminds me of my old days growing up. I would purposely put misleading YouTube titles so that people would click on them, get angry, and hate on me in the comments. So I've just always been known to mess with people in that sort of way.
Understood. What was you surprised though at the reaction of so many people that just took it so real? It was like they really believed that you. And I couldn't understand it because I clearly could tell from the gate, fam. This kid is acting. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and I was like,
you got to do a little bit of research. You know what I mean? You got to really look at it. But because I fooled a lot of people. Even ones that claim they don't usually take the bait so easily. So that just means I'm a good actor. So
I agree. Lori Rowland, thank you for turning in. She said, I think it's so funny how people couldn't see that it was satire. I agree. I really couldn't understand. But some really big content creators duetted your video. You became as I stated earlier, the
right.
subject of much controversy.
Joe Robe made a video on me. I believe he's got 5 million followers. So I have gotten the attention of big creators as well. Which I think that kind of I believe Joe Robe boosted the whole canceling of Based Hard. I think he was the person to put his foot on the gas pedal when it came to that.
Yeah, I remember when he did that, but he's taken a whole lot of heat, and really Joe Robe's the last person, at least in my opinion, that ought to be talking about anybody unless he's going to be talking about his friend. And
Right, who happens to be a groomer, was it?
believe he had sex with a girl who had passed out being drunk. He was clear. He made a video
Wow.
about it.
Oh, I didn't hear about that one.
Yeah. So not only did people take your videos to be reality, some of the real pedophile hunters on TikTok, and along with some of the real bully hunters, began to take notice of you. At that point, it led to some stuff happening that I don't think that you intended. Now you were doxxed, correct?
Oh yeah, very much so. And it wasn't just me; it was my whole family as well.
And did people call and harass your family members?
Oh, very much so. I think I actually have screenshots on my phone saved of some of the death threats that was sent to my aunt. I just woke up one morning and I'm getting calls from my dad. He's saying, "What's going on?" He's telling me about how everybody is getting messaged like crazy on Facebook. I think definitely they did some Facebook searching, and they were just basically harassing everybody with Miller in the name because I know somebody from dog sports who has Miller in their last name. They're not related to us. And she too was attacked, and she was shown the videos that people were sending of me. They were showing everybody my rant videos. And, surprisingly, my dad was, he was surprised about it. He was telling me it's probably going to take a few days before it dies down. But unfortunately, I did also lose my job. They figured out where I worked because I used to just say it, not thinking it would ever snowball to where I was getting canceled. So yeah, everybody was calling my boss like a few times saying, "Oh, this guy is being an asshole on TikTok." And yeah, that sucked. I did lose my job for trolling. Definitely.
That's unbelievable to me. It's a sad day in our society when
Right. It's not how it used to be. It's definitely a snowflake culture that we are living in now.
So having went through all of that because of playing a role, right?
Right.
Do you wish now that you hadn't have done it? Like you wish, I wish I wouldn't have done that, because now and we'll get into this in a minute. I was telling you from my Nickel 9 account, they're never going to see you as the good. You tried to play the good guy role,
right,
and they won't allow you.
It's funny too. I was playing a superhero, a positive character, and people were reporting those videos. I didn't say or do anything bad in them, and they took them down. So they didn't want it either. They didn't want it either.
What I find funny is the very people who cry you're a bully are the ones bullying you or attempting to bully you.
Yeah,
in your comments.
Right. Definitely the best word to describe that is mob mentality, because they all have it. They all have it. And, I have shown the true colors of these anti-bullies and these families. I've shown that they group up together and start bullying me. They are trying to fight fire with fire. And so there's a lot of hypocrisies in these anti-bully families. I have exploited them many times.
I, I agree. You've definitely got to some of them. I mean, some you are living rent free in so
And
many people's heads.
right. And coming into that, I knew that was going to happen. I know I'm a good troll. I know how to do it. So it was only a matter of time before, I just started doing it. And it also lets me know that I'm a good troll if I've been canceled. Can't say you're a good troll if you haven't been canceled. Just saying.
I agree. For me, one of your classic videos, maybe the best one for me, was "You Hate Me Because You Ain't Me," and it just went like, how did you come up with that concept? Because it was just perfect. You had the leather jacket, the whole song. It was amazing.
Yeah. A lot of people liked that video. They did. They thought I looked cool with the leather and aviators. Of course, there was people hating as well. What made me think of that? I was just playing as this cocky person, very arrogant in his ways, and it just, it took me a while to think of that. At the time, I was watching my sister's cats all alone, so I had some time to think about it, and I was just like, you know what? Oh, you hate me because you ain't me. It rhymes. It rhymes.
It was a classic. The other video, and now for those who weren't able to follow the whole thing on TikTok, at one point you began to beef with a family, with really the head of the family. They call themselves the Wolf
that's
Pack.
happened many times. That
Well,
has happened
yeah,
many times.
but this one was the big one for me because it led to you making a video where you actually it was maybe your best diss video when you said you went to Kentucky and took his sister. But you get to have this beef with I believe his name. It was his name. His name
Fenris.
is Fenris,
Yeah,
right?
Fenris.
And that is what led to you being doxxed. Now,
Yeah, I
did
believe so.
when you were at the top of your trolling, were you paying attention to who was stitching you, and would you go through their content and just find ways to get to that specific person?
Well, there was one point in time where I was put on an IP ban. It wouldn't let me sign in or do anything, so I had to watch all the videos on the laptop, and I couldn't really because the laptop version of TikTok is very bad. There's not very much you can do on it. So I was missing a lot of videos, but one thing I would do is click the sound and it would show me all the duets, but it doesn't show me the stitches. So I've probably missed lots of really good content because of that. Which is why I think TikTok should make it to where if somebody stitches your video, you get, you still have the credit for the sound so that all you have to do is click it and it'll show everybody who stitches and duets you. I think that would be a good feature.
So I have noticed that in the last couple weeks, you've more went back towards your heel role. Um,
Right. Yeah, I was regressing a little bit. I felt like that would be a good step. You want to still do it, but you don't want to stop completely. So we're going to do like a regression. Oh, I'm good. Stop it. You know,
why don't you give us a real quick example so those people who aren't on TikTok or anything, so that they might get an idea of what your character's like.
Okay, so my character is definitely full of himself saying, "You know what? I am better than you, and there's nothing you can do about it. You're going to sit there and like it." Things like that. I'm always just pushing people's buttons, and then when they do something, I make them think it bothers me. It only took one comment. Somebody was like, "Boo." So I responded to that comment screaming, saying, "Don't boo at me." And everybody started doing it. I was playing mind games with them. It's all about reverse psychology. You tell somebody not to do something knowing very damn well they're going to do it, and it's just come to fruition. So
Yeah,
we
that's
need
what
these people.
I don't know if you remember. I told you once in one of your lives, your boo is this generation's yes. Remember,
Yeah,
Nate O'Brien,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes, yeah. Boo is your
Mhm.
thing. So having went through all this again, is this something you regret doing? Do you wish you could have done it a little bit different? Maybe hid your identity a little more?
Yeah, I think I would have done it a little differently. I would have gone a little bit lighter, but yeah, there definitely would have been some changes. You know, I probably wouldn't have gone as hard, but I probably wouldn't be here right now if I didn't do all the things I did. So I would actually have to say, despite my family getting harassed, I don't support that at all. I don't think I would change anything else.
I feel you. I feel you because you are, you are a well-known person now.
Right, right.
Um, and you're one of those people that either you love or you hate. I've noticed that about it. But what I also, because there was a lot of bad rumors were coming out because
Oh, many, yes.
you know,
Yeah. There was many false rumors coming out about me. One was saying that I sexually harassed somebody in my live. Other people were saying that it happened in her live. Um, Somebody said I threatened to kill a woman, that I pushed down a veteran in a parking lot, that I that I am convicted for hitting a handicapped person. I mean, there's been so many false rumors, and it feels like people are just trying to do that to get clout. You know, there was also the story of this person saying that I got them to commit suicide, and then the story changed. She was magically alive and in the hospital, and there was no whereabouts on what that person's name was. And the original person who came up with that lie was blocking everybody who asked for proof and eventually went private. So, yeah, it seems like people were just hating on me as a trend because I was trending.
you absolutely were. You even caught the attention of, as I said, the real bully hunters, because there's a lot of fake bully hunters on
Right,
TikTok.
right,
People that are clearly mentally unstable with very little self-esteem, that they believe that this makes them somebody, um, godfathers or whatever have you, guardians.
right.
But there are some real ones, and it was when um, Odin is watching. I know you know she is.
Odin is watching. Yes, yes. We are great friends now, really great friends. I actually made a post saying, "Would you guys miss me if I left TikTok?" And she actually voted yes on that. So, you know, but like I said, you know, I was fooling people who don't usually get fooled so easily, and Odin was one of those people. She, you know, she even admitted to me that I fooled her pretty well. You know, and I also fooled Tasman, Dabsy, I think he goes by. You guys probably wouldn't understand who those people are.
Yeah, I know who Dab is. It was like Dab's official.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. That guy.
yeah, but as I stated, like she took notice of you, and I think that was a little bit your fault though, because you had made a video where you said you had actually pushed the old man down in Walmart.
Yeah. I made up a little fib saying I pushed an old man down at Walmart, and she actually searched all the Walmarts in my area. I don't know if you knew that, but yeah, she
Yeah,
after that video was posted, she made a video saying that she checked all the Walmarts in Florida, and I was
yeah.
like, wow, that's some strong troll game right there. You did too, Lori Roland. Wow, so I didn't even know that. Two people. See,
And she was on you for a minute, but it was when she stopped, like really, like what, this guy's not a bully. He's not a bully. There's no proof of anything that anybody's putting against you. And she
right,
stopped talking about. I knew at that point she's for real. And these other people, I go check out their content.
mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? If they say that they got proof, I go and I ask them for proof. Straight
Right,
up. I don't
right,
know if you know that. I've actually asked people. They feel like, oh, he's a child groomer. Well, let me see the proof.
right,
Show me the proof.
right.
Because you
Yeah,
guys
yeah,
keep
that's
saying
been
this.
said on me too a lot.
Yeah, I mean, like you guys keep saying this, but show me the proof. Well,
They
I
don't
got
have
the proof. if you got it, then show it. Oh, you got to hunt it down. Why do I got to hunt it down? If you got it, why don't you show it to me? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, a friend of mine is doing exactly what you're doing. He's confronting these people saying all these things, and 9 out of 10 times they block him. You know, they can't stand to have somebody who tests their logic and ends up being the one in the right. You know, they can't stand that. They don't want to admit he's right because their ego won't let them. But you know, he's been getting blocked by all these people saying all these things. So I mean, you know, those are the type of people we're dealing with.
I think part of the problem for you is that with your celebrity came fans.
Right.
So you include in some fans. Now your fans went out and created accounts dedicated to you, right? And now those accounts go and they troll the hell out of these people that are trolling you and making these videos on you without proof. And the people who are being trolled either are naive or lying and know it's not you, but just using your name to continue the beef because it's a different story if it's a fan page, right? They're saying it's really you. Because I was accused of being you when I first started my Nickel 9 account.
You know, yes. I remember that. Yes, during the super villain thing we were doing.
Like, they would say I was you. I think that's part of the problem for you is that you're fans, and they do an excellent job, no doubt. Though some of those edits are hilarious. Like I even was fooled. I finally contacted what I thought to be you on TikTok. I contacted Huckleberry, right? And I thought me and Huckleberry talked not much, but just he sent me a video and I put like laugh emojis because it was hilarious. And I literally thought it was you for like 2 months, and then finally I was like, "Hey, are you Miller?" And you're like, "No, I'm just his friend."
Yeah. See, that was around the time where I was locked. Like, it wouldn't let me sign in on my phone, wouldn't let me make new accounts, wouldn't let me log into any, and I had to do everything on the computer. So what I would do was I would send videos of myself, you know, trash talking people. I would send that video to him on an app called Line, and then he would make edits to it and do other things. I am no editor. I'm not good at it. Huckleberry takes the cake with that stuff. He's probably one of the best editors I've ever seen.
Yeah, his edits are absolutely hilarious.
Fire.
Real fast, we're gonna go through some comments. Lori once again said she was saying yes to you staying on TikTok. If you left, she'd miss you. John DeFrank, who I do believe is the
I know who that is.
I believe that's Meat, isn't that Meat? Meat Rod.
What's up, man?
Shit! I hope I didn't put him out there. But he said musically magical Miller. Nice to see you there, John, tonight.
Yeah.
And then we have a Lyric Odell with some big eyeball emojis. And Cody Napier has tuned in. Apparently, he's got something going on. But back to he said Huckleberry and MTV run the edit game. They do. Their edits are hilarious.
Yeah, I would say, you know, I'm going out on a limb here. I'm saying Huckleberry's just a little bit better. I feel like Huckleberry is a little more creative. But no hate on MTV. He's a hell of an editor, and he could probably piss me off with his edits. So I'm not taking anything away from him. But I've just seen what MTV has done, and I've seen what Huckleberry has done, and I feel like Huckleberry has done way more. And MTV takes pretty lengthy breaks from TikTok. You know, Huckleberry is posting edits like every day, pretty much.
And they pretty much what I've noticed about them is like you. And I'll get into the hypocrisy that I saw in this in a minute. Right. But like you, they only come at people who come at them first.
Mm-hmm. Right.
All right. Now, when I look across TikTok, I see all types of TikTok creators that their entire platform is them talking shit to their haters.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
So these same people were coming at you for being this character, because when all you were doing was doing the same thing they were doing, but you were playing a role, just doing it better than what they were doing their videos and making it so believable. And I just find it so hypocritical that these people do this. Like, what do you think about these people that do this and carry on in this type of behavior?
It's just really immature. It's really immature, and I'm not gonna act like I'm any more mature than them. I have my moments, but like I say, I don't know, man. I honestly don't know about that one. It's just mob mentality. That's what I see it as. They're very hypocritical. They're getting mad at me for the things I'm doing when all I do is go after people who came after me first.
Exactly. That's that, and I try to tell people that. Meat said Huckleberry came a long way. MTV used to be the god, but last 2 months Huckleberry catapulted with your content and reactions.
Right,
Huck
right.
did kill it.
And that's why I'm saying he's got the edge over MTV. It's still like this right now. MTV's right here, Huckleberry's right there. It's like they're neck and neck pretty much.
Do you believe that?
But I would have to say Huckleberry's in the lead right now.
Do you believe that they bring you some extra heat that you probably wouldn't take otherwise?
Oh, definitely. Those edits that were added to my videos, it definitely intensified the hatred. That's why I was like, dude, it was perfect. I was the mouthpiece. He was the editor. It was literally bronze and brains. It was perfect. So if I could go back, I probably would do that. But unfortunately, the V3 account got taken down due to like people reporting it like crazy. I still wish that that account was up, because all those videos were getting over 200,000 views. Each video, they were all going over 200,000.
Did your parents ask you to quit at any point?
No, I quit for them, because I didn't want them to be put in a position, that position again. So, I've actually toned down. I took a break from TikTok. But I slip it in a couple times. I show regressions, but it slowed down. People understand now that it's just a gimmick, but there are some people out there who still believe it's not. But for the most part, people, I've already revealed it many times that it's not.
I think and once again, this is another instance of you clearly showing you're not the guy that you play on TikTok. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? Like, doing stuff like this, I think will expose the true you more. Right. I do know you've stated that you've got some other interviews with other people coming up.
I think one's going to be on Instagram, the Quan Radio Show. I don't think it's going to be like this one. With the recording live, we've been 28 minutes live right now. That's pretty cool. But this is definitely going to be probably the best interview.
Meat said, "Good thing my parents are dead. I control all day." Miller hates when I say that.
Yeah, no, it's just like one day he was saying something about like he dressed up as his grandmother's ashes for Halloween. I'm like, dude, why would you say that?
I think I seen that. It was like a comment or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think I seen that. Meat is crazy. Like, his videos are nuts too. His lives are better because he just tells it however he wants to tell it.
Yeah.
And the truth of the matter is, nobody from this fucking TikTok world is really gonna do a fucking thing. Yeah. Like, dare one of you fucking haters to show up to my fucking house. Bitch, you better be able to boss, or you better be coming with a pistol. Like, that's straight up real. And I'm so none of these. I've only seen one fucking guy on TikTok actually go to somebody. The guy on the motorcycle. Like, remember him?
Meathead, right?
Yeah, remember him? The guy he rode the motorcycle out to, like, he was gonna fight that kid for making those videos, right?
Yeah, he said he was gonna show up to my house, but his motorcycle magically stopped working. Um, that's bullshit. Meathead was afraid to come to my house and get that 2 piece. Blah blah. I'm telling you, that's how it would have gone. This is true. You know this is true.
But now
Troll
you
on
were
for
part of
life.
Troll Army.
That's
Now,
right.
were you guys together before TikTok? Because what I found to be crazy is I'm finding some content creators that are beefing with people they were already beefing with on other platforms, and now the beef's going on TikTok. And I'm like, what type of lives do you people fucking lead that are so fucking sorry? Like that you give a fuck that you hated a motherfucker from YouTube so bad you come over to TikTok and you guys got to keep the fucking war going.
Right. Now, to be honest though, I met everybody in the Troll Army on the app. I didn't know them in real life or anything like that, and I didn't really have any feuds with anybody off of the app, and brought it to TikTok. So, yeah, I do know a lot of people who have done that though.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that were already beefing on other platforms, and I'm like, that's just crazy to me. I guess the hatred is real at that point in their lives. I don't really hate anybody that bad or hate on anyone that bad that I'm gonna go fight them from YouTube to Facebook. You know what I mean? But that's just what it came back and he said all they have is the internet, and that is exactly it.
Yeah,
that's all they have in their life.
They've been coddled all their life.
Now, what came out of this to me was even more. I already hated cancel culture. Thought it was bullshit. I think only pussies report people. Only pussies fucking do that type of shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Speaking of reporting, I don't know if you've seen that video I posted on TikTok, but I mean, they've changed their reporting system. It used to be bad. Now it's even worse. I just woke up from a little nap after work, and literally the whole half section of my videos were all like reported. So it's definitely way more sensitive. That's why I might make a Clapper account. I also heard of Parlor. So I mean, I will not be silenced.
And you're on the other app, Likey, right? Or is that how you say
but
it?
that's just where I go live on. I've met some cool people on that app.
Do you guys have battles on there? Because the other day I couldn't understand what was going on. I couldn't hear nobody because like everybody was talking. So and then I had to go anyway. But is that like what were y'all doing? Y'all battle over there? Is that like each other or what?
Yeah, sometimes I host crazy lives. Everybody's just shit talking each other. We bring random people into the lives and we're all just roasting them and things like that. And it's just pure pandemonium. So if you guys want to see that, go to your app store and download Likee, Likee. Make an account and follow me there at GlizzyGod, capital G's, no spaces.
Lori says, I think people need to mind their own business and make the videos they want. I agree. Did this open your eyes to just how prominent cancel culture is?
Yes, it did. And I never thought I would be the one getting canceled. I really never did. Morbid Maverick, another guy from TikTok.
Yeah, make sure if you're on TikTok, go follow Meatrod at Meatrod. I don't know.
He changed his name. His new name is bald_French_dude. So that's his new username. He changed it. It used to be Meatrod, which I'm surprised he changed it. He should have kept it to his original. Because I can't get used to that.
Morbid says, "When do I get my interview? I'm offensive too." Well,
if he lets you on, man, then you can do that. But I was just gracious enough to get this opportunity to go live. We're 35 minutes in, and I'd say it's going pretty well so far. Is there a viewer number? Does it tell you how many viewers?
It fluctuates.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it fluctuates. But yeah, we are about to wrap it up. So we have been on for 35 minutes, and
Right.
I know you got some stuff to do. But I just wanted to bring you on to talk about your experience being, the whole picture. Also, to let people know you're not the guy you play on TikTok.
Unfortunately, the character I play on TikTok is no character. I mean what I say when I say that I'm an alpha male. I mean what I say when I say that I'm the masterpiece, a god, a messiah, an alpha male, someone who is better than you. Okay, because you're living in my world, you're breathing in my air. And I'm sick and tired of you people ruining it. You all started the coronavirus. I didn't start it. You disgusting little parasites started all that. You ruined my world. It was supposed to be perfect. I'm a king. All right? So that's the type of stuff though I do on the TikTok, and everybody flips out. It's funny though, because I could literally mix it up with anything. I could say, "Don't call me Donald Trump," and people are going to call me Donald Trump.
I agree. I've seen it because you pulled that earlier, and now everybody's calling you Donald Trump. But all right, Miller, I want to thank you for coming on, man. You are you're my first non-boxing interview.
Well, you know what? Guess what? I know a little bit about boxing. Trust me, I know a little bit about boxing. I think Meat Rod knows a little bit of what's going to happen right now. But if y'all don't know what's going to happen, you guys are going to be blessed. Yes, he knows what's going to happen. So hold on just a second. This is going to be a perfect closer to the live. Miller said alpha male twice. Did I? I thought I did say that already. I just wasn't sure. That sounds a little sexual, Justin. Well, come on. We're all adults here. But anyway, so what do you know about boxing? Just real quick.
What do I know about it?
Yeah.
Well, obviously.
It doesn't matter what you know. You see that? If you see that, it's over. It's over. All right, man. I just wanted to end it on a laugh. And thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you. Y'all have a good night, man. He said, "Where's my interview? I was a boxer for years." We'll have to talk. You never talked to me, Meat Ron. But hit me up.
Yeah, he should.
A bald French dude. That's his name now.
Yeah.
But
underscore.
yeah, I'm gonna close out, man. Y'all have a wonderful evening.